Do you still talk to him? Do you ever call him up and say, what are you doing, Donald? You're crazy.
He was on our podcast. My wife and I do a podcast together. He guested. I've talked to him on the phone. In fact, the New York Times did a story on me, and he called me to compliment me on the story.
What comes up on your speed dial when Trump is calling you on the cell phone? What pops up?
I don't have a speed dial. Nothing pops up.
Do you have one of those old phones? It's like, hello there, hello? No, who's this now? Is this Donald Trump now?
I've seen this. He has a flip phone.
Oh, you have a flip phone.
Now, I'll tell you the advantage of this phone.
Are you selling this right now?
No.
Are you making money off this?
It's a phone.
Okay.
You can hear, you press something against your ear. You don't get addicted to it. I'm not addicted. It doesn't control me. I see people, yeah. I say people with iPhones they're on them all the time. You go to dinner with people and they're on their iPhones. Yeah. I don't like it. I mean, I'm on the internet. I understand technology. I accept technology. But certain things I try to resist.
Right.
I miss the typewriter.
What do you mean you miss the typewriter?
No,
you don't miss the typewriter.
I miss it.
Then go buy a typewriter. There's tons of them.
There's tons of them. Where can you buy a typewriter?
First of all, I have a typewriter. Andy will tell you that too. I have a couple of typewriters. But people have typewriters. You go get a typewriter.
He wastes hours at a time writing long letters to people around here that are well, they are. They're funny, but they're absolute nonsense.
You write letters?
He writes long letters.
No one
to
writes
people.
letters.
Those are heartfelt. Yeah, I'll write you a letter. You know what I'm going to do, Larry? I'm going to write you a letter on the typewriter, and I'm going to mail it to you.
Hey, by the way,
yeah,
I think mail is extraordinary. I think you put a nice little color. You know, there's a Sinatra stamp now. You put a nice little stamp on a thing, on an envelope, you write things out, you put it in a box, next day it's there. That's amazing.
First of all, next day it's not there, Larry. If it gets there at all, it takes a week and a half. What post office are you
sure
using?
You're putting it in a mailbox and just not a shoebox somewhere and finding it the next day?
It has never done that. You have romanticized the old ways. No, the typewriter was a big problem and mail took a long time. And don't start talking about a horse. We don't want to ride a horse. I'm sticking with the car.
I did not come here to be humiliated.
Wasn't that a great clip? Subscribe to my YouTube channel for an endless supply of me. Ugh.